Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, excuse me. Alright, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, I am currently live. Am I live right now? Alright, let's test this. Alright, let's see if we should be good to go. Yeah, we should be good to go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am too soon official. I am currently an amateur analyst, amateur everything caster, whatever you want me to call it. But for now, I will be doing an LPL versus LCK mid-season invitational predictions and analysis, and talk to you guys through what's going on so far. So let's start with the LCK. So LCK, they have their spring playoffs happened already. Every region had, major and minor, have had their spring playoffs already. So we already know C9 won the LCS. We already know G2 won the LEC. We know JD Gaming won the LPL, and we know T1 won the LCK. Those are the major regions. If you want me to, I'll do a minor region breakdown as well later on this week if I get when I get the chance to. But let's start with the bottom of the brackets on both on the LPL and LCK. So let's start with the LCK. So the fifth place, well, the first matchup in the playoffs, since it's a King of the Hill style playoffs in the LCK, is KT versus Damwon, and it was a 2-1 victory. And the first round of the LCK playoffs is just kind of like a qualifier to get into the ladder. It's a best out of 3, and Damwon Gaming won the best out of 3, and then so they go into the actual. I don't want to say actual because they're already in playoffs, but like this is now a best of 5. Like this is when it gets to a best of 5. So let's talk Damwon Gaming first. So Damwon Gaming got 4th place in the 2020 spring split, and their roster consisted of Naguri, Canyon, Showmaker, Nuclear, and Barrel. So as you can see, I think 3 of the 5 lanes that Damwon have are good. So they have Showmaker, who's really good, Canyon, and Nuguri. Those 3 guys are really good. Nuclear has his on and off days, but for the most part he's pretty consistent. And then Barrel, he's kind of a toss up. It's up to you guys what you think about Barrel. But I'm sorry guys, let me get my throat here first. But they lost to Dragon X in the second round of the King of the Hill, 3-2. So let's think if we look at their whole roster. Let's look at their whole roster real quick. Oh, what the fuck? What is going on here? There we go. All right, so if we look at their whole roster, they got Nuguri, Canyon, Showmaker, Ghost, Barrel, Flame, Nuclear, Holt. In my opinion, honestly, I think Ghost is a much better bot laner than Nuclear, but for some reason they benched Ghost, and God knows why. Might be a contract issue, might be, there's plenty of issues that could happen, but Nuclear started over Ghost, so that's just, I don't really know what to say at that point. But I think this overall in this spring split with the LCK, it has been a fucking shit show. Like top teams have been losing to fucking bottom of the barrel teams. The middle of the pack group has just been an all-out brawl. Like everyone's been losing to each other. It's been a 1-1 trade-off. It's crazy. And then there's some upsets that happened with APK, Griffin had some upset games. Hanwha Life Gaming Esports, HLE. This, for those of you who don't know the actual name, but for the most part, it's been a very interesting split this in 2020, the spring split, anyways. I didn't expect KT to be in the 5th place, to be honest. I love KT. That's my team. That's my baby. Keep trying, you know. But damn, they really fucked up, man. They pinched Someone. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna cry. I'm just gonna cry when I get into it. But let's finish Damwon real quick. I think Damwon has a great potential to knock off some of the lower seed LPL teams. They're going into the midseason invitational, like Fun Plus Phoenix or Top. If Top if Top finds a better, or they figure out what's wrong with their support lane, I'll get into that later. But I think Damwon has a good chance of getting a couple wins off of the LPL. So now that we're done with the 4th spot for the LCK, let's do the fourth spot for the LPL. They have a similar format with the LCK. The only difference is that it's two sides instead of one, and in the 3rd place matchup is just the winners of the losers of the semifinals essentially goes into the 3rd place matchup, which that's pretty nice. But let's go to IG. Invictus Gaming was the 4th seed, or the 4th place in the LPL 2020 spring split playoffs. They lost to Fun Plus Phoenix in a 3-0 best out of 5 series. Their roster consists of the Shy. There's the Shy. Where's Rookie at? There's Rookie, I think. And then some clowns in the bot lane. Fucking clowns in the bot lane. Jesus fuck. There we go. Here's the list. Ning, as there's jungler, and Ling and Leon have been trading spots. They've been trading game time. And then there's my boy Rookie, Puff, Boundland, Reheal, Southwind. I think Southwind has been playing more of the, I think, like regular season, and then they subbed in Balon for a few playoff games, but for the most part it's been Southwind that's been playing. And then Puff, he's not Jackie Love. I'll just say that. But he's not Jackie Love. So how do I with IG, I feel as though they have a good chance of knocking off Damwon. That's probably about the only good team. They have a chance against Balon, not Damwon, and Dragon X. Those are probably the only 2 teams that they have a chance at beating, because they're not beating T1 and they're not beating Genji. No offense to Ning, but both of their junglers on T1 and Genji are a lot better. Clid is a hell of a lot better than Ning and Leon. That's all I'm going to say about that. And Rookie, he was supposed to be substitute Faker, but that's a whole other story. But please come back home to KT, Rookie. Please come back home to KT. We need you, man. We need you. God damn it. Fuck aiming. That's the 4th place Invictus Gaming for LPL. Now let's go to the 3rd place team for LCK, which is Dragon X. Fortunately enough, one of the pretty good teams, and a good karma team, because guess who is their coach? You're right, the man himself, CB Max. What can I say? They have a pretty good roster with Doran, Piosik, Chovy, Death, and Keria. Some of the more notable facts is Chovy, Deft, and then I think Doran is a newer guy, but Piosik's. When did Piosik came into the league? I think he came in 2017. I think he came in with Jinair. I gotta check, but Piosik. Let's check Piosik's thing real quick. He started in. Oh, he started with Dragon X. What the? He started 2019. What? Why did I think he started in 2017? Alright, what the fuck is this? Son of a bitch. Um, Dragon X is they have really good lanes, good players in each lane throughout, and then they have an amazing ass coach in CB Max. Uh, and thank God for that man having good karma, because dear God, his former team in the fucking dumpsters. Dear God, that fucking team. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I think this split they've had some ups and downs, but during the middle, like I think beginning of the split and their end of the split have been kind of like wishy washy, but their middle of the split has been clean throughout. Uh, and like I said earlier in the video, you know, they had some upset losses to the lower seeded teams. And hell, T1 lost to APK. Like it's it's been a rough split for the LCK, man. Goddamn, we all know my dear idols of the league, you know, LS, Atlas, and Valdez. They've been fucking mauling with the fucking lower tier teams winning and clutching it out 2-1 or 2-0ing fucking T1, Genji, and fucking Dragon X. You know, that whole fucking spiel. You know what makes me upset? I'm just gonna speak it because I think this needs to be known. KT won the fucking telecom wars. They won the telecom wars, but they couldn't beat Damwon. They couldn't beat Damwon. My fucking team. I keep trying, man. Keep making me cry, man. Man, this fucking this fucking game, man. Anyways, you know that's Dragon X. Great coach, great team overall. I think they have a good chance of winning the whole thing. I think their biggest concern is probably top, because top has an amazing, you know, top esports has a good jungler and a good bot lane, except for the support. Support's kind of like, ugh. But yeah, I mean, Karza's fucking good. Jackie Love's good. That's gonna be a tough matchup for them for the most part. And I think it's the same with I think if they're going up against JDG, Kanabi's fucking amazing, MVP for the LPL. So I think I mean that speaks for itself right there. So that's the third place team for the LCK during the spring split finals playoffs. All right, now let's go to the third place team, FunPlus Phoenix, former world champions, 2019 world champions to be exact. They had quite an interesting split this year. They couldn't. I think they couldn't. They went back to their world's play style, where you know Doinby would just roam all over, and then Tian would just clean up and everything else like that. But I think they kind of had a bigger struggle with their bot lane. Um, Bot lane synergy with Tian. Hold up, I got my call from my dad. Hello. What mình nghe mà? Ồ vậy đó. Ừ. Thì con nói với ba có mì tôm thôi mà. Ừ. Ừ. Vậy thôi. Bye bye. Sorry about that, guys. That was my dad calling. Um, but yeah, I'll let it out. I'll edit this out in the YouTube video. But for the most part, yeah, this uh, Fun Plus Phoenix had a good, you know, Doinby's a good mid laner, Tian's a good jungler, Gimgoon's a good top laner, but they subbed in Khan for a little bit too, because they subbed in Khan against IG just to say, fuck you, IG. And hey, guess what? They 3-0'd IG. They 3-0'd IG. Con, Tion, Doinby, LWX, and Crisp. Whew. Crisp. Oh my God. Let me talk to you about Crisp. Whew. That man knows how to play. Goddamn Thresh. Goddamn. That man's Thresh is nasty. That man's fucking Rakan is nasty. His Raki, his Thresh. Ooh, lordy, that man is nasty. Uh, they can go back into their form. To be honest, they can clean it up against LCK. They have a chance to pop off essentially. Uh, will they win the Rift? Is it Rift Rivals or is it the MSI? Like, I'm just gonna say MSI because it is the middle of the season. You know, spring split, summer split. I'm just gonna say it's MSI. Um, yeah, I think they have a chance to pop off. They have a chance to win it all. Will they? No. Honestly, I don't. I think they'll be knocked off in the quarters, maybe semis. Most likely quarters, because let's think about this right now for a second. The LPL has two world final champions, and they're in the bottom fucking seed in this tournament. They're third and fourth seed. IG was 2018 world champs. FunPlus was 2019 world champs. And they fought for the third seed. The only change that this whole thing happened was IG getting rid of Jackie Love and swapping out for Puff. And it was obviously a regrettable mistake for their part, but Jesus fuck. That's fucking crazy. And that's fucking crazy. But yeah, that's my I think that's my opinion. I think, you know, after watching the season, watching the playoffs, watching how they play, you know, watching their, you know, this online spiel, you know, the pings and stuff. I think FunPlus doesn't have a chance of winning the whole thing. They can make it to quarters or semis, but they're not going to go all the way. They're not going to win all the way. If anything, it's going to be JD in top. So for LPL anyways. So let's go into the second place team, T1. Initially, I'm going off of the spring regular season rankings. I'm not going off of playoff rankings, okay? So, well, actually, am I? No, I've been going off the playoffs. I'm sorry, guys. So let's go to Genji. Let's go to Genji because I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I've been lying to you guys. I've been lying to you guys. All right. So this is the second seed in the playoffs overall. Like they got second place in the LCK. Genji. Their lane is Clid in the jungle, Rascal top, BOD, mid lane Ruler and Kellen are in the bot lane. Ruler, Clid, Rascal. You guys know the LCK boys, and formerly known as Samsung Galaxy. Also, former champions. I think 2016. Let's check it. 2016 world champs. LOL. World champions was SKT. All right, what was it? 2017. I know Samsung Galaxy won one. So it's 2017. 2017. All right, so 2017 they won. And I believe Samsung White won 2015. I know they won two. Wait. Samsung White won 2014. All right, there we go. So does Faker have 5? Fnatic won 1, TPA won 2, SKT won 3. Dragon? No, they only won 3 worlds. They only won 3 worlds then. I'll go back to it once I hit T1. But let's get into Genji. They got the first place seed, the first seed in the regular season split. They had an amazing split. They had an amazing ending of the split. I think they went like 6-0 or something in that. No. What in the where? Here, I'll bring up the LCK schedule, spring schedule. Spring schedule. There you go. Let's look at. Okay, let's look at Genji. So Genji. This is not. There you go. There you go. All right, so let's look at Genji. Genji. So week 1, they went 2-0. Week 2, they went 3-1. So week 1, week 2, they won. They won. The only time they lost was week 9. Yeah, the only time they lost was week 9. And when I say loss, I don't mean I don't mean how do I put it? Like series losses, like games in a series loss. I'm counting like the whole series they lost. Wait, they play two. They play 2 a week, don't they? If they play 2 a week, then they lost in the second round. Then hold on. Yes. Okay. So they do play 2. So they lost. So they lost in the first 2 weeks. So they lost in. So they got the first 2. They lost this one. They cleaned up everything else except for once they hit what? They hit week 7. That's when they lost 2. Or they won 1. They lost 1. And then they lost 1. And they won 1 here. And then they won 1 back. It's been a fucking shit fest this season. Let's look at this. Genji. Wait, do they play 2? They play only 1, but it's a 2-0, ain't it? Oh, that's so I was right. They didn't lose a split. They didn't lose until what, the week 7. Yeah, they lost to KT. I mean, they lost to T1 week 7. Okay. And they won 1 back against SB Sandbox. And they played 3 this week. Wait, they played 3 games week 7. What the fuck? Wait, oh, they had a delay. I forgot. During the COVID. Yeah. During the COVID situation, they had a break. Yeah. So they played like 4 or 5 in a row, whatever, to catch up. But anyways, and that's just to say that Genji had an amazing split, and then they kind of just choked, and they just got their ass beat by T1 in the finals of the 2020 playoffs. They're still a really good team. They're still a really good team, especially with Clid in the jungle, Rascal in the top, BOD in the mid lane. It's still a good team. My concern is, again, their bot lane. Ruler is good, but Kellen, you can find a better support than Kellen. He's not a really good support. The LCK, not for the LCKs. I don't mean by job wise, but he's not a good overall support for Ruler. They'll probably make semis. They'll probably lose in semis if anything. But honestly, I think they won't even make semis. I think they'll do well in the quarters, and then they'll just lose. They'll just flat out lose, get cleaned up by probably IG or if they're doing like if they're doing pool picks, they might get top. They're gonna get clowned on by top. That's just my opinion. and that's the second place for the LCK. LPL had a second place against Top Esports, with our boy Jackie Love as the bot lane main. 369 is their top laner. Karza, another Korean jungler. Knight as their mid lane, and QQ and Yuyan has been trading as their support. They're both supports for top. They just kind of flip flop who plays. I don't know. It's been QQ mostly recently. It's yeah. They're good. They're good. And surprisingly, they recently just got Jackie Love too. Top Esports did not have Jackie Love at the start of the season. He signed later in the season because of contract issues, but once they had him, in the playoffs. Boy, did they he carried that team. He carried that team. He didn't win finals, but hey, it happens. You guys cleaned up against IG. I can't. What can I say? Karma's a bitch, and revenge is a dish best served cold. Very cold. Anyways, yeah, they have a chance to win it all, and I'm basing it off of only Karsa, 369, and Jackie Love. Knight, I don't really have much of an opinion on because he's a very consistent player, but he's not a good laner. He's not a good early game laner, but he can carry out his job late game, and then support's a fucking shit show. You just throw whoever's in there, QQ or Yuyan. Who do you want? You just that's it's literally who do you want that day? I want QQ. All right, win or lose. I want Yuyan today. All right, win or lose. That's top. But aside from those two factors, I think top can clean house. They can clean house. Their probably biggest struggle would be against T1 because of the mid and bot lane struggle. Teddy's good. Teddy and Jackie Love's a good matchup. Karsak and Cuz, good matchup. I forgot who the top laner is. Jesus fuck, who's their top? But you get my drift. That's top's really good. They have a chance to clean it up. Will they? I don't think so. I think they'll make it to semis and then they'll lose in a 3-2, 3-1 format to some LCK team, T1 or Genji. And then JD's gonna be I know JD's gonna be final. That's my prediction. JD's gonna be in the finals, and T1's gonna be in the finals. So the two first place guys. But let's get to the first place for the LCK. I went too far back. T1. So they won the spring split playoffs for 2020, and Roach was their top laner because Faker, Teddy, and Effort. You guys know the big four, the big five. But hold on, I think Papa came home. Yeah, Papa's home. Anyways, wait, what happened to Canna? What? I thought Canna was starting instead of Roach. Okay, he says he's active, but he got subbed in. What happened?
Mẹ có mỗi mì tôm hay làm gì có mì heo.
Không có mì heo.
Mẹ kêu ba mua mì heo muốn chết người.
Không có. Foreman nó đang nổi đèn kìa.
Nó có móc ra đâu mà. Sometimes móc ra ba gội con.
Sometimes nó nổi đèn á. Nè, nó tắt chưa? Tắt rồi. Okay. Wait a minute, guys.
Còn 70.
Oh. Anyways, so let's get back to the thing at hand. So T1, formerly known as SKT T1. Yeah. Mm, they're good. They got Faker. They got Teddy. They got Cuz. They got effort. What do you want? I did predict them to lose 3-2 in the finals against uh, Genji. I didn't think it would be a clean sweep. I thought Clid would be a much better fucking jungler than he performed in the finals. He did not show up. He did not show up at all. He was MIA. He was missing. He was fucking gone in the finals. Will he show up in the MSI? I don't know. All I know is T1's gonna show up. T1's gonna show up. I'm not. I don't know how they will do against any of the Chinese teams. I think they'll do well. Um, Honestly, I think it's going to be in the finals, and I think they're going to lose to the play style of the Chinese in the finals. I think it's going to be 3-1. And it's going to be JD Gaming winning that 3-1. If it's a best of 5. If they're doing best of 3s in this fucking thing, it's going to be a fucking shit show. But best of 5, T1's not winning. Now, let's go to our favorite team, Jingdong Gaming, aka JD Gaming, aka JDG. Having my favorite boy, Kanavi, as a jungler, Zoom as a top laner, Yagao as the mid lane, Loken and LV Now as the bot lane. They won. It was a tough finals too, a 3-2 finals against top. Kanavi is good, man. He's good. That boy good. That boy goddamn good, man. Karma's a bitch, dude. Karma's a bitch. The one team that wanted him, the one team that treated him right, and he does them so well. And then the team that fucking treated him like shit, they're in fucking relegations. And there won't be a relegations anymore in 2021. How bad does that fucking feel? I feel so fucking bad. So fucking bad. You fuck over your jungler. You fuck over your coach. You fuck the whole team over. And so you're forced to drop everyone's contracts and have whoever wants to stay. Whoever leaves. And the ones that leave do better without you. Do so much better without you. Granted, CV Max only got third in the LCK, but he would have done so much better. I mean, he did so much better than you guys. Griffin. And then Kanavi. What can I say? Spring Split LPL MVP. Spring Split LPL champion. What do you want? What do you want? Amazing team. Amazing playstyle. We're going to feed you, Kanavi, and you carry us to victory. Alright, bro. I got you. Hop on my back. We'll clean this shit up. We'll sweep this bitch, man. Fuck y'all, man. We're gonna clean it up. Kanavi, I like you, bro. My money's on you against T1. That's my guess, dude. The Chinese teams know how to play. And with a Korean jungler and a Korean, I think 80 carry? Yeah, a Korean 80 carry. What more do you want? I think it's going to be a 3-1. So I think this is how it's going to go. If we're going top four on each side and match each other up, So we do. Okay, if I bring it back, let me bring it back. If we go back and we just match up each team with each rank or each seed. So fourth place IG versus Damwon. IG wins that 3-1. We go third place Fun plus Phoenix against Dragon X. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm gonna say Dragon X 3-2. If it's Fun plus Phoenix against Dragon X, if we're going seed by seed and region by region, Dragon X wins 3-2, and then top versus Genji, top. That's without a question, top. And then T1 versus JDG, 3-1. Those are my predictions. That's my analysis. I think overall, LPL has been so fucking good, but it has been such a weird region to watch and analyze and cast, which I want to cast, but a lot of people are leaving the LPL. Because they're hired through Tencent. They're not hired through Riot, like every other region. They're hired through Riot EU, Riot Korea, Riot Games in LA. It's Tencent that's hiring in the LPL. But for the most part, it's gonna be a good MSI. LPL versus LCK. This is gonna be a good year this year. My predictions overall is gonna be a 3-1 LPL LCK. I think that's how I predicted it, didn't I? I did. I went IG. I went top or JG. Yeah, 3-1 LPL LCK. Yeah, that's my prediction so far, guys. Man, that's it. I didn't really do much analysis, like break down who's win percentage, lane percentage, and all that, because I just want to do a quick video of my opinion and my thought process, and from watching the whole split on both sides, and I just wanted my input and my thoughts on it. Overall, it's been a great. I mean, it's great watching these teams play, and it's great watching my favorite casters look at them, like Hysterics, like Lyric, like Munchables in the LPL. Of course, the big three in the LCK. You know, shout out Ashley Kang. Those. The whole squad. It's been great watching them. It's great listening to them and just forming your thought process and then hearing theirs, and so you could form your own opinion and then mix in some of theirs as well. I think overall, my hope is to have a better LCK region, because they're slowly coming back up, but I don't think this is the year they're gonna come back up. I think next year will be the year when they go into franchising. It's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be fucking crazy. But I mean, other than that, that's all I got, guys. I'm gonna end the VOD